Hey, good morning. It's about 4:18 a.m. here in Glendale, California, on the north edge of Los Angeles. The beautiful Southern California lifestyle, which is a little artificial because we're basically a desert that gets our water pumped from somewhere else. If we didn't have all that water pumped in, it really wouldn't be the beautiful California lifestyle. It'd be kind of a, well, I'm sure we could make it somewhat pleasant, but it'd be a much rougher lifestyle. Anyway, this is a review / advertisement for a dance performance I saw yesterday at Cal State L.A., which is a university a bit on the east side of Los Angeles. I would say academically it would be kind of low on the totem pole. It would probably get the kids who couldn't get into UCLA, for example. And UCLA is not even at the top itself. But it's still a fine place. I do have a Stanford degree, but I did attend Cal State L.A. for a semester or two, and it's a fine place. I attended 30 years ago, but I went yesterday just because I went to laweekly.com. LA Weekly is a free arts and entertainment newspaper that comes out once a week down here. And I saw that Heidi Duckler Dance Theater was going to perform a dance in the middle of Cal State L.A., in the middle plaza. And you probably don't know, Heidi Duckler is a choreographer, directs a dance troupe here. And the dance troupe goes to different places in the world of Southern Cal. Well, I noticed on YouTube they performed in Portland, but mostly in Southern California, I think. And they do dances that largely, they choose environments where you wouldn't dance typically, and often the dances are connected to the site. So I was watching a Heidi Duckler performance on YouTube where they danced in a laundromat, and they set up chairs for the audience, and they were dancing around the machines. Well, the women dancers were dressed like you kind of might dress when you go to do your laundry, but they danced around the machines, on top of the machines. They even got inside the dryers. They danced on the little carts you push around with your clothes in them, and it was fun. I didn't see that one live. I was just watching it on YouTube, which you can too. It's very easy. And this one was called At the Oasis, basically, and you can watch that too on YouTube. I think when they perform it, they might do some performances during the day and some at night. The ones during the day are easier to see because the sun's out. Those are the ones I would recommend. I was at Cal State at 3 p.m. so of course I got the advantage of the better light, but they were going to perform it again at 8:30 p.m. But at the Oasis, they take an old, what they call an Airstream trailer. It's a little trailer that has I think it has a little kitchen inside and probably capacity to sleep too. And you would hitch it to your car and pull it behind you when you traveled or went on vacation. I sort of associate with the 50s. They parked one of these trailers in the middle of campus, and it just has an old look to me. Maybe people still use them even today. I don't know. And I don't know if they're manufactured today. If they are, I would imagine they look a little sleeker or modernistic somehow. But Anyway, in this piece, there are two couples. In our case, it was a black man and woman and a Latin man and woman, and they're dressed like they're on vacation. And you know, the guys are in Bermuda shorts, and the girls are in shorts too. And basically, they dance inside and outside the trailer, and they're going and coming in and out the door and the windows of the trailer and on top of the trailer. There's a ladder behind the trailer the audience can't easily see, but they can climb up. And they're playing the roles of people on vacation, but it's people who dance all the time. Well, when the thing first starts, when the piece first starts, we are looking in the window at the front of the trailer, and at the very start they're just behaving like people on vacation, like they're pointing out the window at nice things they see. But very quickly they start moving unusually inside the trailer, like one guy is lying on a girl is lying on her husband's back, but she's running her feet up along the ceiling of the trailer. And then they start, like I say, they're going in and out, and they're doing things you might do on vacation, but it's all done with a dance style, like they're looking at maps, but they're kind of moving around gracefully as they're doing it. They set up those kind of lawn chairs outside the trailer that you might relax outside your trailer, but they're kicking their feet up in unison. Oh, they're dancing on top of the trailer. The guy starts flipping burgers on top of the trailer, but he's throwing them like 20 feet up in the air. Anyway, it was very funny. It was actually thought-provoking. Well, it was making me think that the dancing, you know, and usually you're watching, but it doesn't involve talking. It's a different set of ideas. I do like words, and I like the ideas that people communicate through words. So in that sense, dancing is a little weak for me as a intellectual experience, but it makes you think about how we move every day. I mean, I really seek out these kinds of things where they take something that almost everyone does one way. I mean, who dances when they go on vacation, like dances all around their trailer all the time? No one. But when you do that, it makes you think about, well, it shows you what you could do. I mean, you could dance more in your everyday life. In fact, I've made a video about that on YouTube that you can see, where, well, mine doesn't actually, it happens that I do dance here and there in the world. Like when I'm in line at the grocery store, I might start belly dance, sort of lightly, mildly belly dancing. Not really moving my feet, I'm just in one place, but I am kind of rolling my hips, because it gives me good exercise while I wait. I might do that when I'm waiting at the corner for the light to change. I can do it when I'm walking or driving. I can do it when I'm sitting here at the computer. But I do like things that take, and that's very unusual. Almost no one does that, right? No one dances while they wait for the light to turn green. But I like things like that, where you're doing something, you're doing the same thing you always do, except you're doing it differently. I mean, lots of people go on vacation, but who dances for half an hour straight around their trailer? Not common. So I really enjoyed that. Well, it was funny. It's just funny to think of a group of 4 people who dance, who do everything with dancing. And then it's also pleasant. The music is good. The movements are pleasant to watch. So all in all, it was good. if you get a chance to see a Heidi Duckler performance, or you can watch them on YouTube. I was watching one where they did it in a laundromat, and they've done it at the L.A. Police Academy. She's done a dance piece, and that seems like a very clever idea. I mean, we kind of think of the police as kind of rigid, don't we, and not inclined to dance. So I like that one because it kind of busts the stereotype a little, opens up the mind, opens up our perception. I don't know if that one's on YouTube. I guess I can look after I make this video. But if you get a chance to see Heidi or anything like it, I'd recommend it. And another thing I have done, I have gone to a poetry reading in a laundromat, and that was a lot of fun too, because the poets all assemble at a certain hour and they start reading. And that's another thing where it's unexpected. Who goes to the laundromat to wash clothes thinking they'll show up when there's a bunch of poets there? And in fact, I went to a poetry reading that was on a, well, it's sort of like a well, it's a metro rail. It gets you around here in Southern California. It's like trains of 5 or 6 cars that are set up to just go between cities in the Southern California region. And a group of us who were poets or like poetry, were on a car, and we were reading in the car. But of course there were people there who weren't part of our group, so they were hearing our poets read too, and that was really fun. We took the train down to Watts Towers, which is a famous place in the city of Watts, where a guy constructed sculptures in his front yard. They were towers that went up about 20 or 25 feet. I don't know, he made them out of plates that he got, or somehow he got pieces of ceramic. I don't remember the story, but they are a landmark and artistic, and it was really fun to do that. So if you get a chance to do things like that take an ordinary thing and throw some art on it, I'd recommend it.